Hello everyone, Nathaniel here. I just got done with an event with Vice President Mike Pence. I am standing here at the Iowa State Capitol in Des Moines, Iowa. Mike Pence was in town today talking about how some of the administration's policies have benefited Iowa. Among some of the guests were Congressman Steve King, District 4 for Iowa. And in the round table, there was also some business leaders. Lieutenant Governor Adam Gregg was there. And it was a discussion about how these tax policies have actually had a huge impact on Iowa. And regardless of what the opponents want to say, they have had a pretty positive impact. We actually now have a labor shortage in Iowa. And because of that, real wages are going up. That's great news for people in the middle class who have been squeezed over the last 16 years with wages plummeting, real wages plummeting, inflation. Iowa has the third lowest unemployment in the entire country, and our wages are going up, and the cost of living here is staying steady. So the cost of renting and buying a house here is staying relatively the same, while real wages are going up for Iowans. And with the third lowest unemployment rate in the country, you better believe it, that's going to help drive wages even higher. Mike Pence wanted to talk about some of the things that the taxes did for Iowa, and basically not only by the bonuses like Wells Fargo gave out and starting at higher entry-level wages. The taxes allowed smaller businesses to retain some of their money and some of their business expenses. Also, capital investments were allowed to go through, so it wasn't such a huge risk if you wanted to invest into your business as it was prior to the new tax legislation that went through. There's a lot of little details, a lot of little nuances that made the tax bill great for Iowa, and Vice President Mike Pence wanted to showcase that stuff today, and he did a very good job. The opponents want to say that these tax cuts are killing jobs and they're hurting the middle class. We've seen just the opposite. Real wages are going up for the first time in, I think, 20, 30 years. Unemployment hasn't been this low without having been artificially altered in a very long time. The fact that blacks and Latinos have historic levels of low unemployment, and women have historic lows of low unemployment. These taxes, this plan, this Make America Great, this America First, this Keep America Great, this idea is working. The fact that the push was for 3% GDP growth, and we've already hit 4%, I think that's showing that what the administration is doing is working. People want to oppose the administration for social issues that they don't agree with, or because they just don't agree with the way that he talks or tweets. That's fine. You don't have to like the way President Trump tweets. You don't have to like the way he speaks. But you can't deny the fact that what he has set out to do, he's been very successful at accomplishing. We have Japan, who is working on trade deals with the United States. The European Union is bending and coming back to the United States to do trade deals. The European Union, Canada, Japan, China, they've been legally allowed to impose tariffs against American companies and American produce and American farmers for a long time. The only thing President Trump is trying to do is reset the stage, give the Americans back their competitive edge that we have lost since the late 60s, early 70s. Making America Great Again isn't about taking us back to where we were socially in the 50s and 60s. It's taking us back to where we were economically in the 50s and 60s, to be such a dominant powerhouse that the rest of the world tried to, they wanted to, copy us and imitate us, but couldn't outcompete us. All right, that's what Make America Great Again is about. What Keeping America Great is about is taking those initiatives and the fact that we're seeing this record low unemployment. We're seeing the cost of doing business going down. We're seeing the fact that we're not allowing foreign countries to just tell us how to live our lives and how to conduct ourselves. We are back, America. And states like Iowa, with Governor Kim Reynolds at the helm, are leading the way. We have some of the best federal leadership in the entire country, with Congressman David Young, Congressman Stephen King, Rod Blum, and in District 2, at this November 2018 election, when you guys put in Dr. Christopher Peters in District 2, we are going to have a medical doctor working on legislation on health care. That's a great thing, and that could be coming out of Iowa. And we have Senator Chuck Grassley and Senator Joni Ernst. We are on top of this, Iowa. You guys should be very proud of your elected officials. And another thing about our elected officials, have you ever met anyone nicer than Kim Reynolds? Seriously, I struggle. I mean, and don't get me wrong, Mike Pence, Vice President Mike Pence, is a very loving, heart-filled, loving person. He's got a big heart, and he loves absolutely everyone. But Kim Reynolds has got to be the most loving human being on the planet. She loves to talk with people. She's out at the state fair, mingling with everyone. She's happy to see everybody. And her lieutenant governor, Adam Gregg, it's like the last day of school for him every day. He's so happy all the time. It's got to be exhausting, honestly, of how good-natured he is. And seriously, meeting all these people. Iowa, you don't know how good you've got it. And I want to encourage you to keep supporting your leaders like Kim Reynolds, Adam Gregg, Steve King. I know a guy named Scott King. It's hard to say, but Congressman Steve King, David Young, Rod Blum. We're winning, Iowa. And I want to stay winning. Iowa's number one because we worked hard. I want to stay that way. What makes Iowa such the great state that it is isn't because of, rhetoric and high taxes and all these things that the ultra liberals want to try to impose. It's great because we have a hardworking group of people who make their money work. They make their dollars count. They put all their effort into raising healthier families and to living good lives, and that's what makes Iowa number one. Why businesses thrive here is because of the great people here in Iowa, and that's what makes Iowa great. What makes Iowa such a great state is the fact that we've put a lot of effort into raising our own children. That makes Iowa great. The fact that our representatives and at the state house and at the federal level are so approachable and easy to talk to, that makes Iowa great. And for everyone watching this from Iowa, take a look in the mirror, because that's what makes Iowa great. So until next time, stay healthy, Iowa. Stay wealthy, Iowa. Stay wise, Iowa. Vote GOP in November. And as always, stay classy, Iowa. Peace out.